Dear scholars and fellows of the Blickle Institute for Interfaith Dialogue, I'm holding my speech for the inaugural opening event of the Blickle Institute under the following title: From Jewish-Christian Dialogue to Jewish-Christian-Muslim Trialogue. Together with Chief Rabbi Catriel Brander of All Torah Stone and Rabbi Dr. Yaakov Nagen, Director of the Blickle Institute for Interfaith Dialogue, I full-heartedly welcome you to this opening event of the Blickle Institute for Interfaith Dialogue. The foundation of the Blickle Institute under the roof of All Torah Stone, as being a highly and worldwide appreciated modern Orthodox institution of Jewish education, has a long history. I've been supporting the CJCUC, Center for Jewish Christian Understanding and Cooperation within OTS, initiated by former Chief Rabbi David Riskin and directed by David Nekrutman for many years. In November 2015, Rabbi Riskin, the CJCUC, and Rabbi Joshua Ahrens, who received his rabbinical training at All Torah Stone, initiated and strongly contributed the world-famous Declaration of Orthodox Rabbis on Christianity, which held the title "To do the will of our Father in heaven, from confrontation to covenantal partnership." Our interreligious foundation in Germany, Stuttgart Lehrhaus Foundation, Josh Ahrens, and myself co-edited a book in German, which will soon appear in English as well, with Jewish, Orthodox, and Christian statements on the Orthodox Rabbinic Statement. From my preface in this book, I quote the following passages. First, addressing the Orthodox authors of the statement, I wish to express my deepest gratitude to the Orthodox rabbis who wrote and signed to do the will of our Father in heaven, not only in the name of our interreligious foundation, but also as a Protestant Christian. The statement has particular salvation historical relevance, since it is not just one person, but a whole group of Orthodox rabbis who are taking a stance on Christianity, and doing so in the spirit of partnership and brotherliness. It is vitally important that the statement comes from an inner Jewish Orthodox circle, since Orthodoxy is at the core of Judaism and argues from the depths of its tradition. As a Protestant Christian participating on this salvation historical path with holders of Orthodox Jewish beliefs who incorporate Jewish tradition, gives me enormous joy on interfaith monotheistic togetherness. My second point concerning the Declaration of Orthodox Rabbis on Christianity addresses my sisters and brothers in Christian belief. The Jewish response, saying, accepting the hand offered to us by our Christian brothers and sisters, calls for a Christian response in return. On January 8, 2017, an important conference on the Orthodox Rabbinic Statement took place at the University of Jewish Studies in Heidelberg, Germany, in cooperation with the Stuttgart Lehrhaus Foundation. On that day, the daily Christian reading from the New Testament, book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 8, was a quotation by Jesus from Deuteronomium, which says, "For it is written, Worship the Lord your God and serve only him. This answer by Jesus to the devil who tempted him was a quotation from the Torah, and as such, it unambiguously shows that Jesus, as a Jew, was devoted to strict monotheism and never considered himself equal to God. If Orthodox Jews choose to walk a mutual path with us Christians, then we Christians should remember the Jewish monotheistic roots of our own belief. I believe we should follow the examples of Jesus, who taught us in the Our Father prayer to exclusively pray to God the Father, and therefore to consistently believe in and practice strict monotheism. In this, we take up the common covenantal mission to perfect the world under the sovereignty of the Almighty, so that all humanity will call on his name and abominations will be removed from the earth. This is the paragraph 4 of the statement of Orthodox rabbis. I believe that we Christians should pursue this in light of our Jewish roots and Jesus, the Jews believe in the one God of Israel. My third remarks on the Orthodox rabbinic statement concerns Muslims, and it directly deals with the newly founded Blickle Institute for Interfaith Dialogue. We're dedicated to cooperation between the three Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. As much as I appreciate the Orthodox rabbinic statement on Christianity and accept it with great emotion, it is equally important that it should not be used against Islam and not be instrumentalized as a Jewish-Christian alliance against Muslims. Our mission at the foundation has to be a trialogue between Christian Jews and Muslims and the building of solidarity between all the Abrahamic faiths, including the youngest one, the Islam. This is the most important legacy of our foundation's Jewish co-founder, Meinhard Mordecai Tene, of blessed memory. He was a leading representative of the Jewish community in Germany. Mordecai Tene wholeheartedly supported the reformation of the Lehrhaus in Stuttgart as a foundation, following the tradition of the former Jewish study house in Stuttgart, founded in 1926 by Martin Buber, Otto Hirsch, and Karl Adler. His participation in the Stuttgart Lehrhaus Foundation based on only one condition. He insisted that Muslims would be involved as well, and that the Jewish-Christian dialogue in the Lehrhaus would be expanded to a Jewish-Christian-Muslim trialogue. It has since then been this trialogic legacy of Mordecai Tene, which later on encouraged me to seek the trialogic path not only in Germany, but even more important in Israel, as being the homeland of all monotheistic religions, but also suffering from political and religious tensions, especially between Jews and Muslims. I'm more than grateful to my dear friend, Chief Rabbi of All Torah Stone, Rabbi Catriel Brander, to whose strong initiative we owe the privilege that the Blickle Institute of Interfaith Dialogue can be established under the roof of a strong, modern, Orthodox institution, All Torah Stone, and therefore to be based on a very stable ground. I also thank David Katz, International Director of All Torah Stone, and David Nikrutman, who helped as well to lay the cornerstones and foundations for this great interface project called Blickle Institute for Interface Dialogue. By this, All Torah Stone has within itself and under its own roof taken the step from Jewish-Christian dialogue, represented by the CJCUC, to Jewish-Christian-Muslim Trialogue under the direction of Rabbi Dr. Yaakov Nagin. In my belief, All Torah Stone, CJCUC, and the Blickle Institute hereby fulfill the universal prophecy of Yeshayahu that the people of the world will come to the Zion and be taught by Israel and the Jews to understand and practice their own monotheistic roots. We hope, work, and pray that this vision may be fulfilled within All Torah Stone, and that the Blickle Institute may thereby be a blessing for Israel and the whole world. I wish you, Rabbi Yaakov Nagin, supported by the fellows and scholars of the Blickle Institute and the Beit Midrash, to be the best promoters for this great vision of interface togetherness. I'm absolutely sure that we, with the help of God, have chosen the best spiritual and interface guide and director for this holy mission. I wish this conference to be a first opening towards this great interface vision. Thank you for listening, and I wish the conference a good and blessed further pursuit. Thank you.